Hey, this is Rocket Brain Surgeon, and we're looking at the P40. Here's a quick review and how to fly it and what situations you should aim for. Pros and cons of the plane. It has great energy retention. That means it keeps its speed up through mixed maneuvers quite well. It also occupies that sweet spot where it can outclimb anything that it can't outturn, and it can outturn everything that it can't outclimb. It's pretty perfect once you get the hang of it. The downsides to the plane are the guns overheat relatively quickly, and the range of the guns are not that amazing. Roughly about 500 meters is a good effective range. As far as what you should be doing, the P40 is one of the best heavy killers in game. Since it keeps its speed up pretty well, if you can dodge the incoming fire of a heavy, you can use your quick speed to keep up with them and just gun them down. Your maneuverability is far above theirs, so they really don't have a lot of defense if they aren't at a good altitude. This is basically the bread and butter situation. I'm within 400 meters of a heavy. He's not maneuverable enough to get away from me. He's not fast enough to get away from me. He basically just has to hope that his teammates can pull me off. We're seeing my guns overheat a little bit here. This is the downside of the plane, where even though I'm supposed to be hunting heavies, and I don't have the firepower to get him as fast as I'd like to. So at the end of the dive, I'm making the pitch upwards, and you'll notice that my speed is still above 500 km/h, which is crazy. When I didn't boost, it really kept speed through that turn well. And it's this speed retention which allows the P40 to climb for extended periods over the competition. It doesn't necessarily rely on boost for its climbs like the heavies do. And that's one area where a lot of people make mistakes, is they sit on the flaps a bit too long. But when I want to turn tight, I pitch up into the air. Not only does this give me a lot more altitude over my opponents, it also retains the energy. If you put on the flaps, that means you're just burning energy without getting anything in return. Gaining altitude means I store that energy, and when I want to go faster, I can just dive later. So the 110E, notice that he dove away from me and he's gaining separation in the horizontal. That's pretty smart of him. A lot of heavies just automatically climb and boost, and against a P40, that's going to get you killed real quick. I go head on with this lag 3 and narrowly win. I take a lot of damage in return, and the reason why is because I had to kill him before the heavy started making another pass. We're down in planes right now, and I just had to eliminate some numbers. So I'm dodging the heavy fire here, and then after he passes, this was a poor dodge, but after he passes, I want to get back on his tail and catch him on the way up. However, he's very diligent and he's breaking off in a straight line. If I would have dodged better and started my turn earlier, I could have changed that engagement. However, I screwed it up, and now I'm going to decide, you know what, he's pretty smart. It's going to take a long time to kill him, so I'm going to dive on some other opponents. So the remaining planes are an XFL-1, an F4F, and a BF-110E. Both the XFL and the F4F can't catch me, so I try to go into the vertical a little bit. I'm keeping an eye on where the 110E is, because he's going to make his pass as well. So I climb up. I'm not going to stall. Do not stall. Please, God, do not stall. And I dive on the F4F, easy kill, only 2 left, super easy, right? The XFL has bled a lot of speed through the turns, and he is not really a threat to me, but I have to be careful because he can pretty much one-shot me with his gun, and the 110E can also burst me down relatively quickly. So if I take it slow, I should have this. I'm getting good work on the 110E right now. But the problem is the supremacy timer. I don't really have a lot of time. The 110E realizes that he made a mistake on that last pass, and so he's fleeing the scene as if he stole something. That leaves me alone with the XFL. The problem is I just don't have a lot of time, and apparently my gunnery skills need a bit of work. The XFL is a plane that can outturn me, but he can't outclimb me, and he loses a lot of speed, so he's pretty much stuck down there. I can dive on him infinite amount of times. but with the timer ticking down, I'm forced to engage, and it's not going to go well for me. Hope you enjoyed. Happy hunting.